Hello, my name's Dave Suckling and you're watching another episode of Fresh Off the Press English. Today we're talking about flying taxis. It's Monday the 16th of July. The news is from Yahoo and it's about Rolls-Royce developing flying taxis to take people from this place to another, much more convenient than cars. Let's see what the article's about. Rolls-Royce plans for takeoff in flying taxi market. Rolls-Royce plans for takeoff in flying taxi market. It's a difficult word. Rolls-Royce. I say Rolls-Royce. You say Rolls-Royce? Rolls-Royce. Rolls-Royce. Yeah. You try and say it. Rolls-Royce. Anyway, takeoff. Takeoff. If something takes off, it becomes very successful. It becomes popular and successful. It takes off. Rolls-Royce wants its taxi to take off. Literally, meaning it can fly, but also metaphorically, meaning it becomes very successful. It takes off. Market. Market. Now here the word market, we're talking about the flying taxi market. Market in this sense means area of business. The flying taxi area of business. Rolls-Royce wants to take off, become successful in the flying taxi business area, in the flying taxi market. British jet engine makers Rolls-Royce has designed a propulsion system for a flying taxi. Propulsion system. Propulsion system. Now, we've seen in a previous lesson, I talked about the word propel. Now, to propel something means to move it forwards, to move it. To move something, you propel it. Now, this word propulsion means, again, to move something. So when we talk about a propulsion system, we're saying they've developed a way of moving this flying taxi, a propulsion system. Rolls-Royce said on Sunday it had drawn up plans for an electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle. Drawn up plans. To draw up plans means to make plans. I've drawn up some plans. Here you can see, draw up plans means to make plans. Long the stuff of science fiction and futuristic cartoons, aviation and technology leaders are working to make electric-powered flying taxis a reality. Science fiction. Science fiction. Now, fiction means not true, not real. It's in our imagination. It's not real, it's fiction. Science fiction means it's something to do with science, some kind of technology. It's an imagined idea of the future, something to do with science. Science fiction, like time travel or going into space. It's science fiction. It's not real. Here we have a bonus word, extra word for you. Aviation. Aviation. Now, aviation means anything to do with flying. Anything that flies. So, for example, where birds live. If we keep birds in a bird zoo, it's called an aviary. Aviary. I'm a pilot, I fly a plane. I can call you an aviator. This part of the word, aviator, aviation, aviary, it all has something to do with flying. So, aviation in this situation means aeroplanes, helicopters, anything that flies. Aviation, bonus word. Royals' design would not require recharging because the battery is charged by the gas turbine, it said, adding it could use existing infrastructure such as heliports and airports. Gas turbine. Now here we're talking about an engine, basically, but they're calling it a gas turbine. It's an engine. It uses oil, it uses gas to burn, to turn a turbine. A turbine is something that turns very quickly to make electricity. We have wind turbines, which get blown by the wind and make electricity. A wind turbine. So a gas turbine means something that turns to make electricity, but it's powered by gas, which is basically an engine. Infrastructure. Infrastructure. Now, our infrastructure is the roads, the trains, the sewers, the electrical wires, the internet. This is all part of the infrastructure. It's what our society has built to keep us all connected and keep our lives moving forwards. Now, here it's saying it could use existing infrastructure for its flying taxis, like airports and heliports, helicopter airports. So it wouldn't need to create anything new. It could use existing infrastructure, use what we've already made for another purpose. Infrastructure. Thank you for watching this episode of Fresh Off the Press English. Again, this is another news story about something in the future that I'm not quite sure about. I don't think people are going to be flying to work. It might be fun in a city to go on a tour, a flying tour. You know, you go to New York, you get in the flying taxi, but actually it's just for you to go and have a look at the city. It's not actually made for people to go from here to work or from their home to another place. I do not think that is the future. We cannot have people flying in the sky above us. It's just too dangerous. But as a novelty, just as something for pleasure, something for fun, I think most cities are going to have a flying taxi just for people on holiday who want to get a good look at the city. Anyway, this is my opinion. I want to know your opinion. What do you think about the future of flying taxis? I hope I can see you tomorrow for another episode of News from Around the World, and you have a great day. Bye bye.